Yo ho, what's up? I am here to take a look at this lovely knife here called the TwoSun TS127. Little flipper action on the back there. Flip them on open. That's a nice thing. I have scratched it up a little bit by cutting up some cardboard and also evening some things out, whatnot. This is a Wong Design, as you can see here. He's a pretty neat knife designer. What I can say is this is a chunky boy. The handle thickness is well over a ½ inch. It's about 0.68 of an inch, which is certainly more than the average ½ inch. So for someone with large mitts like myself, feels super good in the hands. We got some G10 handles. That's a liner lock. We got some G10 handles on it. You know, corrugated black and white, as you can see there, on both sides. But we have some interesting milling stuff going on here, where you can probably hear this as I scratch down it. So it might not look like it, but it is very, very grippy. It's running on ceramic bearings, which is fantastic. You're certainly not going to see it from there. Something I have noticed is the blade stock on this is quite thin, actually. We get somewhere around 3.6 millimeters for the blade stock on it, and it comes down to about 0.48 right behind the edge there. So it's actually really neat to have such a thick boy handle and have such a slicey blade profile on it. It's pretty damn sweet. Might or might not be able to see into there so much, but we do have some skeletonizing of the liners. Kind of minimal, but it certainly does help because it is such a chunky boy. He's got kind of this groove sort of thing here, which for me really works well with doing the reverse Spidey flick, as so many people say. And you can, use your thumb for it as well. So you got a few deployment options, which is great because sometimes just having a flipper tab is a little boring. So it's nice to have some more things going on there. One thing I did notice while taking this guy apart is, for one, we have T8 screws all around, including the pocket clip. So it's relatively easy to disassemble, so you don't really have to worry about stripping out those tiny T6 screws that I'm pretty much done with, and I'm sure most other people are as well. But what I have noticed is that the pivot does not have any D shape or a notch or anything cut into it. So it can spin a little bit, which isn't generally that big of a deal because it is running on bearings, so you tend to keep the pivot quite tight. But I have noticed that because of that, it'll actually come out or back out just a little bit easier than it would otherwise. Which, it's kind of annoying. I have some blue Loctite going all up in here, and from time to time it still will get just a little bit looser than I'd like. So, there's that. What I will say is that this is an improvement over some of the original TwoSun pocket clips. This is a nice deep carry guy going on right here. It does have kind of raised screws going on here. They're not kind of flat, they're button heads, so you have just a little bit less room to get it in your pants. But, unless you're wearing some super thick workwear, then you're probably not going to have any kind of issues getting this guy in or out of your pocket. Clicking it open, we can take a look on the back here. This one in particular has Sandvik 14C 28N steel on it. And I can say with my experience with TwoSuns and this guy in particular, that that steel is pretty darn good. It's certainly no super steel, but you know, it's actually made specifically for cutting or cutting tasks. It wasn't, you know, another steel like M4 or whatnot that they found holds an edge really good, but doesn't really, it wasn't designed specifically for it. So it does a great job. It's easy to sharpen up. This one in particular, I haven't yet. Usually I do put a decent mirror polished 17-degree edge on most of my 14C28N and D2 knives, but I just haven't gotten around to that yet. But yeah, it is a fantastic piece, and I really like how thick it is for my chunky ass hands. And if you're wondering what the hell is going on with my fingernails, I have painted my shit for years. In particular, right now, I got a couple of from ILNP, which is a company out of Las Vegas, I guess. There's, you know, some red and some purple chrome, whatever. I like those colors. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the review, and you might want to try and go find one of these, whether it's on AliExpress if you want to actually buy it straight out, or join all of us crazy folks over on eBay and bid for them, because the official TwoSun guys actually sell them through there as well. I think I got this guy for about 40 bucks, so this is a damn good deal for what it is. All right, enjoy your day.